right, we are live. Hey there, you guys. My name is Janelle Summers, and this is a training, not really a training, but a webinar presentation to explain to you what coaching is all about. Someone has probably invited you here today, or I've invited you to watch this because one of us thinks that you would make a great coach. And we know how it feels to first hear about the opportunity. And if you're anything like me, you're skeptical and you have a lot of questions. And I know when I first heard about it, I just really thought it was too good to be true. And I didn't think I had time for it. And I didn't think I was the right personality for it, so on and so forth. And so myself and the others who have invited you to this presentation just want you to see what it's all about and be able to make an educated decision. Decide if this is something that's for you. And it's probably going to trigger some more questions. I know for myself, when I first started hearing about it, I was a little bit intrigued, but I was skeptical, but I was intrigued enough that I started researching it and asking just a ton of questions. So I get it. If you have questions for me, the person that invited you to the presentation, they understand if you have questions. It's, even though it's not a big investment, it's something that could be life-changing. And so that's kind of scary in and of itself. And obviously something that's life-changing is going to require some effort. And so you want to know, like, how much effort is that going to require? And is it worth it? And what is it going to entail? So I'm here to explain that to you. And I hope to be able to finish within about 30 minutes. And I'm going to tell you right now what we're going to go over, just in case you do happen to have to go do something else. I'm a mom and a wife, by the way, so I get it. I'm like, everyone be quiet, the dogs be quiet, and this is live. So if you have to run off for a second or whatever, I want to let you know right now what I'm going to go over, so that if you want to come back to the recording, ask the person that invited you for the recording and you can come back to that with the recording. So I'm going to go over who is Beachbody, and probably most of you know who Beachbody is. What does a coach do? How does a coach earn money? How do you get started? I hear all the time from people who are interested in this or somewhat interested saying, but I wouldn't even know where to begin. I get that, but that's why we're here. We teach you from the very beginning where to begin, and you do everything at your own pace, but I'll go over that. So again, that was how do you get started? How much time is required? That one was a big one for me. I needed to know because I was working full time and a lot of hours, and being a mom and wife, I was already busy to the max. What are the required fees? I'm going to go over that. Will I have to push sales? I think you know the answer to that. What if I don't have a network? I did not have a network. I wasn't even on social media at all when I started this. Shouldn't I be more fit first? That's a very, very common question, and I understand where that comes from. Do I need a certification or some type of expertise to do that? So I'm going to go over all of these things. I'm going to answer those questions for you and more, hopefully. First, let me just tell you a little bit about myself, because if you're joining me directly or you're joining one of my coaches, you would have access to all of my trainings, and I do weekly trainings, plus I have a whole website full of trainings, everything that we've ever done, everything that you could ever possibly need to know about your business, we've covered it. And from myself and some of the top coaches, and there's just tons of resources right there at your fingertips. It's just a matter of what you want to put into this and when you want to work it. It's not like it's a race. You work it when you want to work it. You go at your own pace. It's your business to do what you want, but you have all the resources and training at your fingertips. And since a lot of that could come from myself and from your coach, I just thought I should probably introduce myself a little bit more. So I'm a mom and a wife. Like I said, we have one son. My husband and I have been married for 21 years now. We actually met when we were 12 years old. I know that's crazy. We didn't date when we were 12 or anything, but just two shy young kids. That's when we met at the lake. Anyway, I've been coaching for almost 8 years now, so I'm not going away. This is like my thing. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. And I've actually loved fitness and health and nutrition for many, many years. And it's really probably what I should have gotten my degree in, and I didn't. I went into business management and got my degree in human resources management, got my first job with Domino's Pizza headquarters. And I know that probably sounds ironic for someone that loves health and fitness, but Domino's Pizza had a sweet fitness facility, and I knew that because I researched where I wanted to work with my first job out of college, and knowing they had a great fitness facility and knowing that on my lunch hour I could work out and personal train people after work and all that kind of stuff, that's what I did. So I went the corporate route and went the corporate career. And honestly, I didn't hate it or anything. I just had always known that that was not my passion. Fitness has always been my passion. I just never felt that there was an opportunity in fitness where I could match my career and my salary. And so I felt kind of stuck, to be honest, just doing what I was doing. And I thought that's what's supposed to be. You know, you go to college, you get a great job, and you're grateful for that. And you should be. And I just always felt like something was missing. I didn't love my commute to work. I didn't love having to sit at a desk all day. I didn't love the fact that I had no control over my hours. And once Matt and I had our son, I certainly didn't love that I didn't get to see him as much as I wanted. When I would come home from work, it was usually close to time to put him down for bed. So that made me really, really sad. And as a mom, not being able to be there for my son at his special events at school, and not being able to be one of those moms that could just kind of be at the school or be there for their child or be at sports whenever they needed to be. I couldn't be that mom. And that crushed me inside. And it was a feeling that I just kept suppressing and just kept saying to myself, but this is the way it's supposed to be. And I should be grateful for having such a great job. And it just kept eating away at me until this opportunity came along. And my sister was the one that told me about it. And she was like, you would love it. And there's these other coaches and they've been able to quit their full-time jobs. And you guys, I never thought, okay, I'm going to be able to quit my full-time job in a couple of years after starting this business. I didn't think that. But after I did my research and I realized what this business was really about, and I realized how cool it really was, and that I could make it my own, and that I didn't have to be salesy, and that I didn't have to have home parties, and that I didn't have to be pushing friends or family, and that it was a really cool, legit business about fitness and health and everything that I stand for and everything that I believe in, I was all in. And I was like, I don't even care if I don't become successful enough to be able to quit my full-time job. All I know is what's right in front of me, and it's an amazing opportunity, and I'm going all in. And so that's what I did. And so I started working this business on top of my full-time job. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, it was not easy. So I'm not here to tell you that was an easy thing to go all in and really start building it on top of a full-time job, on top of being a mom and a wife and being really, really busy. But it is doable. I've done it. A lot of my top coaches have done it. A lot of my coaches have done it more and more and more. The longer they stay in and stay consistent, more and more and more of them have been able to quit their full-time jobs. And it's not even like you have to quit your full-time job. You can keep your full-time job. I have one of my millionaire earners who she's kept her full-time job. You can. I'm just saying it's nice to have that option, or to be able to pay off the house, or be able to pay off the cars, or whatever it is. It doesn't happen overnight. This is not a get rich quick kind of thing. This takes several years. I mean, for myself, it took me about a year before I was making about $1,000 a week. There have been coaches that have followed that path exactly. There have been some that have gone slower, and there have been some that have gone faster. It really just depends on what each individual coach puts into this. And I put in, and I'm going to go over how much time it takes, but I put in time in the morning, and I put in time late at night after my son was in bed, and I just fit it in where I could. And the great thing about this business is that you can. Everything is recorded. Everything is at your fingertips, so that when you have time is Sunday night at 11 o'clock, that's when you do it. You know, as long as you have Wi-Fi, you can work your business anytime from anywhere. And that's the beauty of it. And that's why it is so doable, even given a very, very busy schedule. And the majority of coaches on our team do work full-time, and our parents too. So with that, I wanted to start with who is Beachbody? And so let me just show you my slides, because I didn't want to forget anything. And so I put together a PowerPoint, and hopefully you can see my slides. So again, here's what we're going to go over. Who's Beachbody? What does a coach do? How do you earn money? How do you get started? How much time is required? What are the required fees? We'll have to push sales. What if I don't have a network? Shouldn't I be more fit first? And do I need a certification or expertise? So I'm going to cover all of that, and we'll go through it pretty quickly, because I know this is probably going to be, this could be overwhelming at first, and I just want you to get the information in and then obviously go to the person that invited you for questions. Okay, so Beachbody is everywhere. I'm sure you guys, if you're on this webinar, you know who Beachbody is. But just in case you don't, sometimes some people are like, oh, I knew they created P90X, but I didn't know they created Insanity or whatever. Beachbody is the creator of the #1 at-home fitness programs. So while you may be talking to someone and maybe they've not heard of Beachbody, they've certainly heard of one of these programs: P90X, Turbo Jam, Turbo Fire, 21 Day Fix, Insanity, Slim and 6, Body Beast, 22-minute hardcore, Brazil butt lift, Shakeology, and so much more. And do you need to know about all these programs? Of course not. When I started my business, all I really knew about was Turbo. That's it. I had never done P90X before. I'd never done these other programs before. It's just a matter of believing in Beachbody's mission, which is to end the trend of obesity. How cool is that, right? Of course, we all want to end the trend of obesity, and that is what their programs do. There's a program and a product really for everyone. I mean, we have some programs that really focus on strength training. We have some programs that are really intense boot camp style trainings like Insanity. We have Shakeology, which is the only shake like it on the market that is very, very minimally processed, that happens to have high protein, but it's a superfood shake. There's nothing like it on the market, especially not one that's so minimally processed. So all of these programs, and they're everywhere. You can watch any of the talk shows, and you'll see these programs on the talk shows. You'll see these programs in all the fitness magazines. I mean, you open up a Shape magazine or an Oxygen magazine or anything, and you're going to see these programs. There's articles and stories about these programs all the time. They are everywhere. So that's just a bonus for you getting into a business where the name's already out there. You know, there are so many people who would love to start a fitness business. Maybe it's a personal training clinic, or maybe it's a gym or something. And you have to create all that awareness. You have to have all that overhead and, you know, really market, you know, the company. Whereas this is already done for you. Beachbody is everywhere. So that's a huge plus to be starting with a company like that. That has such a great name. So what does a coach do? Well, first, let me just say before I go through these bullet points, you don't have to do anything, to be honest. I mean, if you wanted to just start off by getting the discounts, that is totally fine. And a lot of very, very successful coaches started that way. They were just like, you know what? I'm just going to, you know, enroll as a coach, get the discount on Shakeology, or get the discount on the 21 Day Fix, or whatever it may be, and kind of go from there and just kind of gradually, you know, start understanding the business and the community of it all and all that. That's totally fine. But if you want to know like what these successful coaches start off doing and the, you know, the day-to-day kind of stuff, well, number one, we commit to a fitness and health journey. So, you know, we recommend that when you're joining this business that you start a program or restart a program. You know, so you're actually getting results for yourself, because the better you feel about yourself and your own results, the more likely you want to share that with other people. It's a very natural progression that when you start seeing results for yourself and you start feeling good, that other people start asking you, what are you doing? You look awesome. What is it that you're doing? What are you eating? You know, people just start asking, and you just have this, as long as you're the type of person that likes to help other people, you're just like, you want to tell them, because you want them to experience it too. So committing to a fitness and health journey with one of the programs or products is a great way to start, and what coaches do, what successful coaches do. And they inspire and help those who want help. So it's not like you're trying to help or convince people who don't really want help. We all know those people are out there who we know need help, but they don't want help. So they don't want us to push us or try and convince us. And I wouldn't want you to do that either. I would never want you, and I would never train my team to try and convince people, to try and push people. What we do is we inspire and help those people who actually want the help, which is awesome. We post inspiration on social media. So no, we are not pushing sales. We are not advertising. That is icky. I remember when I first was new in the business, and I knew that I needed to get on social media and get on Facebook and really start, just putting myself out there a little bit. And I'm a very, all right, what I should say, I'm an overcoming, I've overcome shyness. I used to be a very shy person. I don't like to call myself shy anymore. I really could overcome it, but I am an introvert. But when I was starting the business, I was painfully shy. And so to put myself on social media was baby steps. I mean, it was a very scary thing for me. And I realized that if I could do it in my own way, if I could do it in a way that was truly focused on other people, not focused on myself, but focused on helping other people, putting out information and content that I would want to see myself. The type of information that I'm looking for in a magazine or in a book or things that I've learned on my journey, putting those types of things out there, not pushing sales. And actually, you guys, no one taught me that. I just knew that with this business, I wanted to do what felt right to me and what would inspire me. And so posting inspiration on social media is actually what works. Sales and being icky and pushy doesn't work. So thank goodness that's not what we do. Personal and professional development. One of the things that, if you're following myself or you're following one of my coaches, we really focus on just being more confident and having more positive self-talk and believing in ourselves. And that helps us believe in other people as well. So whether it be listening to a podcast on the way to work or obviously reading a book or something, 15 minutes a day is typically what we recommend. I like to listen to a podcast as I'm getting ready every morning, putting on my makeup, getting ready in the morning. Professional development and personal development is where I do that. So it just fits into my life. It's not like, it's hours a day. Working out and eating right, that's a given. When you become a coach, typically you are more inclined to work out and eat right because now you have this role of where you're in a role to inspire other people. You're in a role to show other people what can be done. And because of that, you want to practice what you preach. It's just natural. So working out and eating right is something that we have to do. And yes, you're going to fall off track sometimes. I remember back when I was working full-time in corporate and I wanted to become a personal trainer. And I told myself I was not going, even though I had my personal trainer certification, I was not going to personal train my first client until I had lost my last 5 pounds. I thought, how can I personal train someone else until I've lost that weight? Well, let me tell you this business is different because this is a business where people are inspired by your progress. You are not in a role to be the expert. So this is totally different than becoming a personal trainer or becoming a nutritionist. When you hire a personal trainer or you hire a nutritionist, you do have that expectation that they have the expertise. When you become a coach, your role is to support other people and provide them with accountability. Now, maybe you do have expertise, and especially you've probably learned some things and overcome some things, and you really have gained a lot of knowledge. But my point is, in a role as a coach, you're not expected to be the guru. You're just expected to be that person that inspires others because you're doing what's hard. You are overcoming some things. You are trying. You are working out. You are trying to eat right. And again, it's not that you're perfect. It's just that you are putting forth the effort. And that's what inspires people. We also host accountability groups. And of course, we teach you how to do that. We teach you how to promote them. We teach you what to post in them. We teach you how to help people in them. It's very, very simple, actually, because you're reporting in yourself. You're saying, hey, I fell off track today, or I'm going to get back on track tomorrow. And here's the workout I did today. And here's what I learned today. And you're just supporting other people. That's what people want. So many adults do not have any support. They want to get fit. They want to eat healthier. They want to be healthier, but they don't have support from their family and friends. You are going to be that light in their life. And that feels amazing. We also build and train a team. Now that, of course, is optional. Like I said, you get to build your business and work your business the way that you want, but there's no doubt about it that building a training and team is very rewarding. It's fulfilling. It's also financially rewarding. So those are the things that coaches do. So how does a coach earn money? So there are just two ways to earn money, two main ways, I should say. Number one are the commissions on the products and programs that we sell. So when you enroll as a coach, and what you would be doing is enrolling online, and of course you would ask the person that invited you, you'd ask them for the instructions to enroll. But when you enroll, you're actually creating a coach account. And when you do that, Beachbody automatically sets up a website for you. Okay, so you don't have to, with so many businesses, you would have to pay someone to set up a website for you, or build the website yourself, or build the blog yourself, or whatever. With this, Beachbody sets up the website for you, and they set it up with everything that Beachbody sells. But it's got your name on it and Beachbody's name. Anytime someone buys from your website, you make a commission on that. Whether you've ever bought something yourself or not, you make a commission on that. I have people get confused about this all the time, and they say, you know what, I haven't done anything with my business, and it's been like 6 months, and I just haven't done anything with it. Now someone wants to buy something from me. Can they? Will I still make a commission on that? Yes. If you are still a coach, you make commission no matter what. Number two is team bonus. Now you only make a team bonus if you actually build and train a team. Okay, so that's, like I said in the slide previously, that's optional, but there is no doubt about it that team bonus becomes very lucrative if you train your team. We don't make money when someone joins us. That's not how it works. I love the way it works, in fact. I don't know if you were on at the very beginning when I said I went into human resources management. My specialization in HR was compensation. I was a senior compensation analyst, and I worked with bonus programs and pay structures and all that kind of stuff. So I really researched the whole team bonus, and I love the way that Beachbody has designed the team bonus, because the way that it works is that if you are building and training your team, if you're training them to become more successful, and maybe even more successful than you, that is where your team bonus grows. And it's based on the whole team's success. Okay, so it's not like you're making money off of your team. It's a pool of money that Beachbody has set aside, and they pay you a bonus from that pool based on how well you're helping your coaches become successful. And they can tell through a point system. Sounds kind of complicated, and it's something that you learn how that works once you become a coach, and we have several trainings on how it actually works. But at the very heart of it is that if you're building and training your team and really plugging them into the trainings, and like I said, you guys, I have tons of trainings, so you would be able to plug your coaches into all of my trainings. All of your coaches would have access to all of my trainings as well if you're joining myself or any one of my coaches. So you just plug them in and you just support them. You simply, when they have questions, you help them find the answers. So those are the two ways that you earn as a coach. How would I get started? This is the question I get asked all the time, because people say, I want to do it, but I don't even know where I would begin. Well, of course you wouldn't know where to begin. We teach you where to begin. This is not something you're born knowing how to do. There's quite a bit to learn, but you learn at your own pace, and it's not a race. After you enroll with your coach, we teach you right from the start and ongoing. The coach you join is your direct mentor. Okay, so when you have questions, you ask them. I'm also your upline mentor. So you get to attend, like I said, any of my trainings, any and all of my trainings. You get access to my training website. Any coach that joins you gets access to those things as well. Our team is so generous in the help and support that we provide each other. We're not the type of team that hides our answers or is competitive with each other. In fact, I don't even know of another Beachbody team that is competitive with each other. This business really attracts the type of people that are, it attracts the type of people that want to help other people. So naturally, other coaches are helping other coaches. Like I have other coaches from other teams speak on my calls, and they are so generous in the information that they provide, and I do that for them as well. None of us hide our answers. We want to see this whole business succeed as a whole, and it has been. This business, Team Beachbody, has been killing it. I mean, it's just been exploding over the last couple of years, and there's more to come. Like I said, you get access to all of my trainings. Beachbody sets up the website for you. We teach you how to build a network. Now, this is huge. Because a lot of people coming in, they're very concerned because they think, I don't have a network of friends or family, especially not people who are into fitness or health. That is so normal. That is completely the case with practically everyone starting this business. That was my situation as well. I was not even on social media. I didn't have this huge network of people into fitness or health when I started the business. We teach you how to build a like-minded network. It takes time, it takes effort, but it's so fun, in my opinion, because you start learning, you start uncovering some of the strengths that you have and things that people really can learn from you that you didn't even realize were a strength of yours. It's really cool, but we teach you how to tap into that and how to build a like-minded network. We teach you how to host accountability groups, like I said, on Facebook, or you could even do it in other ways. Team Beachbody actually has an app now where if you didn't want to host them on Facebook, you don't have to. You're surrounded by so many other positive people. It's amazing, the friendships that have been formed and the team support and camaraderie. It's been awesome. I've made such great friends through my team. Most get fitter and healthier after they join. So many people are worried that they're not fit enough and what will people think? Well, here's the deal, you guys. Like I said, this is not like becoming a personal trainer or a nutritionist. This is different. You are a coach to support people and show people what can be done. And so just by you showing what you're overcoming, even if it's day one and it's the first day where you didn't, go through the drive-through, people get inspired by that. People want to know, how did you do this? How did you do that? How did you overcome this? People want to see progress. They're not inspired by perfection. Okay. So when you're in this role, you usually get fitter and healthier because you do want to practice what you preach naturally. How much time is required? Well, first of all, you put into this what you want to get out of it. And it's completely up to you how much time you put in. None of us are going to tell you what you have to do. We will tell you the order to do things. We will tell you where the trainings are and when they are and all of that. It's all right there for you. But when and if you do them is completely up to you. You put into it what you want to get out of it. If you want to get a lot out of it, you put more into it. Successful coaches, like I said, the majority have started this business working full time or being a stay-at-home parent, very, very busy. Stay-at-home parents obviously are very busy as well because they've got the kids at home. And we all know that is tough too, or working full time. So either way, people coming into this business are busy. Sometimes it's someone that's not a parent and they're not working full time, but they're going to school full time. So, either way, we know the people coming into this business are super busy. So 2 to 3 hours a day is very common and is what most successful coaches did getting started. And that's what I did. And I did that for 2 years, the first 2 years of my business while I was working full time, putting in 2 to 3 hours a day, sometimes a little bit more on a weekend if I could. But then there were other days where because work was so busy and life was busy and sports with my son after work and all that kind of stuff, there were days where I didn't have time to do anything with my business. And so I would make it up on the weekend. That happens. But to become successful, 2 to 3 hours a day, and in case I haven't mentioned it yet, after 2 years of working my business at that pace, at that rate, I was able to quit my full-time job. And about 6 months after that, we were making so much in this business that my husband was able to quit his full-time job. And he was a senior financial analyst. So that was pretty cool. So yes, it can be done. Since you can work from anywhere, it's convenient to fit this into your life. I'm not going to say it's easy because it's really easy not to do. But I think it's so much fun. I love helping other people on fitness and health. I love that it keeps me accountable. And I love that it is so convenient to work your business right from your phone or your iPad or wherever you have Wi-Fi. What fees are required? There are only 2 fees that are absolutely required. You have your one-time payment of $39.95 plus tax to join. Okay, that's a one-time fee of $39.95 plus tax to join. If you were to buy a challenge pack as you're enrolling, that $39.95 is free. It gets waived if you were to buy a challenge pack when you're online enrolling. So in other words, when you go online to enroll, it would give you an option to buy a challenge pack. A challenge pack is a fitness program plus Shakeology on Home Direct. or you could get the performance stack on Home Direct. The performance stack is the pre and post workout. But so in other words, a challenge pack includes the fitness component, one of the fitness programs that we have, and the nutrition component. That's a challenge pack. It's a huge discount. And so on top of that discount for the fitness and the nutrition, you're also getting your $39.95 startup fee waived. So it's a huge, huge savings to do it that way, but you don't have to. The one-time payment, $39.95, if that's all you want to do, you have that option. What you'd pay monthly is $15.95 plus tax for your website. That's a very inexpensive website fee, especially considering that you get like 4 websites. To be honest, I really usually just point people to one of them. If you want to look at what mine looks like, it's turbosister.com. Your coach can tell you what theirs looks like. They all look the same. They just have our different names on them. But Beachbody actually gives you like 4 websites. Like if you wanted just to send someone to your Shakeology website where it's not cluttered with any fitness program information. It just talks all about Shakeology and they can click buy, for Shakeology. You could do that. You could use that website. They're all always available to you at all times. But you only pay the one website fee of $15.95 per month plus tax. And that is a great deal right there. And like I said, they completely maintain that for you. They maintain all of your sales. They maintain your customer database for you. They maintain actually a whole email for you with that website. They maintain a whole bunch of different trainings on that site for you. Everything that is there for you for $15.95. It's amazing. Also optional, but recommended for success, is for you to be using a Beachbody program or product. So like I said, with the challenge pack, you would be getting a Beachbody program or product with that. The other optional thing is the club membership. Now that is $38.95 per quarter. The reason that is recommended, 2 reasons. The $38.95 per quarter gives you access to Beachbody On Demand. I don't know if you've heard of Beachbody On Demand yet, but it is freaking awesome. You get access to over $1,500 worth of Beachbody programs. So all those programs I mentioned on the other slide, you get access to all these programs right from your phone or from your iPad or from your laptop or wherever you have Wi-Fi. You just go to the website with the Beachbody On Demand and you can play whatever workout you want to play from your hotel, from your room, wherever you are, from your office, from your school, if you're a teacher, wherever you want to play that workout, you've got it right there, right from your phone or your laptop or wherever you want to play it. It's amazing. So there's no messing around with DVDs and there's no wondering like, okay, so let's say you just finished, let's say you're in the middle of doing Insanity and all of a sudden one day you just feel like doing Turbo Fire. You can hit play on Turbo Fire. You've got it right there. It's a huge content, a huge library of Beachbody content for $38.95 a quarter. Super, super good deal. But it's optional, totally optional. Next, will I have to push sales? No, I would not be doing this. I would not be in front of you here today if you had to push sales. I am so not a salesperson. And if you are, that's awesome. But let me just say, with this business, what we do is we inspire other people. That's what we aim to do. Let people ask, what is it you're doing? We inspire people, we help people, we try and be consultants and ask them, okay, what's working for you, what's not? Let's try and find something that's gonna work for you. We try and find answers for people. But no, we are not pushing sales on anyone. Please don't be that girl or that guy. We inspire, connect, listen, and help. What if I don't have a network? You don't need one. We teach you how to build a like-minded network. All you have to do is be you. These are 3 of my top coaches, okay? Mindy Wender, Meg Kozlowski, and Trina Gray. I thought I would feature just my top 3 coaches just to give you a quick example of how you don't need a network before you start this business. None of these 3 girls had a network, especially not a network on social media when they started this business. Mindy Wender, the beautiful woman there in the red hat with her son laying there, and she's pregnant in that picture, by the way. but she's now had her child. Anyway, Mindy is from the UP of Michigan and lives in the middle of nowhere. And she said, Janelle, you know, here I am, just a girl who likes to do turbo in her basement, but I work full time. I work for an appliance store. I make $10 an hour. I live in the middle of nowhere. No one around me is into fitness or health whatsoever. They all think I'm crazy for even working out. How the heck am I going to build this business? Like, what? How am I going to do this? And I told her, I said, Mindy, you have access to everyone in the United States and Canada. Well, actually, on social media, I have access to more than that. But in this business, we work with the United States and Canada. I said, you have access to all these people on social media. You're this amazing person. And you are so genuine and so kind. Mindy's like me. She's very shy, or at least was, and introverted. And I said, Mindy, if I can do this, you can do this. And I said, you just need to be you. I think you're amazing, and I know other people are going to think you're amazing. You're that type of person that's always complimenting other people and making them feel good. And so many people need that in their life. So many people need you in their life. Mindy started building her business on top of her full-time job, and of course was able to resign from working at the appliance store. And now Mindy is one of my millionaire earners. She makes over $20,000 a week. And I know that seems crazy and far-fetched, but it's true. And I'm not going to say it's easy. It is not easy. She worked her butt off, and it didn't happen overnight. It took years. Mindy's been coaching now for almost 7 years. Meg Kozlowski, she's not been coaching as long. I want to say Meg's been coaching maybe 6 years, but she's another one of my millionaire earners. Meg, she said, Janelle, I don't have a Beachbody, so I'm not going to work Beachbody business. I'm just going to do this for the discounts. And that's how Meg got into this. Unlike Mindy, who was like, okay, I'm going for this. I'm all in. Meg was like, nope, I'm not all in. I'm just going to get the discounts on Shakeology and go from there. And so Meg had just gotten her degree in nutrition, and she was working her full-time job and just on her own fitness journey. And it was probably about a year after she joined as a coach that all of a sudden she said, you know what? I need to make something of this amazing opportunity. I'm seeing other people do it. I just need to share what I'm doing. Because she had this thought in her head that she had to be fit first, that she had to be more fit, that she had to lose the weight first. Finally, she just said, you know what? I just need to be me. I just need to share what I'm doing and what I'm trying to overcome and the progress I'm trying to make, and share where I'm going and be excited about that and help the other people who are going there too. And so that's what Meg did. And she just really dug in to the business and the training and helping other people. That's what she did. And now Meg is also one of my millionaire earners. Trina Gray, another one of my millionaire earners. Now Trina's story is different. And that's why I tell you this, because all three of them are very different. Trina also lives in Michigan, and she comes from fitness. She has she has 2 gyms that she owns. And so her thing was, how do I not let this conflict with what I already do? You know, she owns 2 gyms. And so, you know, she had to find a way that she could work it into what she already does. And she found that there were a lot of other gym owners just like her across the country, and she could meet them on social media, and she could help them weave Shakeology into what they do as trainers and gym owners. And the performance line, the pre and post workout, she found, and also, to be honest, even the fitness workouts, because when people were moving away, and she would lose memberships when people were moving away, or when people just, you know, couldn't have their membership anymore, or when people just couldn't make it to the gym, she recommended that they do, you know, pop in a program for that day that they couldn't make it. So she wasn't afraid of losing memberships over this. In fact, she gained memberships. She would do boot camps, local boot camps for people who were not members, and they would get, with their boot camp price, they would get a fitness DVD series like P90X. They would get like a week's worth of visits at her gym and like a free personal training membership or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But she would like offer them this whole package deal. And she actually was able to build her membership base because of that, because it was a way for people to work out at home, yet at the same time visit her gym and get to know her and what her gym offered. So she found a way to work this in. And now Trina is one of my top coaches and one of my millionaire earners in this business. I'm super proud of what all of them have done with this and found a way to make it work for them. That's what this is about. There's no cookie cutter mold that you need to fit. Do I need to be more fit first? We just talked about that. No, it's definitely better just to be relatable. Seeing progress is what inspires people. Do I need a certification? No. What we do is we cheer people on. We believe in them. We believe in them before they believe in themselves. And that's what's so much fun. I love that I get to empower people in this way, and I get to give them confidence. And I get to see where their fitness journey could go or where their business could go before they could see it. We're not personal training people, and we're not trying to be their nutritionist, not at all. We're just there to provide support, to be that person who cares, to be the person that gives them accountability and says, hey, if I can do this, you can do this. That's why we're here. So you guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for listening. Definitely ask your coach questions. If you do feel like you're ready to enroll, ask for the instructions to enroll, because your coach will want to give you their website specifically. And remember, the $39.95 enrollment fee is free if you do buy a challenge pack while you're enrolling. So with that, I'm going to go back to myself on screen. Let's see. There we go. I'm back. So I hope that was helpful. And like I said, I'm sure you have other questions. So don't hesitate to ask. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me if I'm the one that invited you to the training or to the webinar. My email is coachinginfo411@yahoo.com. Again, that's coachinginfo411@yahoo.com. Or you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Pinterest or on YouTube, of course. Definitely let me know if you have any questions. I hope it was helpful. Have a great night. Thanks so much.